Okay, let me organize this real fast. Good morning and happy Tuesday, everyone. I wish I could say that my low is I woke up thinking today was Wednesday, but no, that's not it. Let's see, what would be my low and my high? Oh, both my low and my high, and technically my act of kindness are all sort of grouped together. I guess I could say that, and I said this yesterday. My family left for Disney World or Disneyland. They're going to California, Disneyland. And it was emotional for several reasons. I mean, I stated like the pros and cons of going and not going. I mean, again, it's probably super expensive. There would be so much sensory overload for my 3 nephews. Actually, let me get my shoes on. And again, there'd be a whole bunch of stuff. And it's Disneyland. People have argued some of the magic's died off, which, you could either agree or not agree with. But it's still Disneyland, and yeah, I would have wanted to go if I was asked. But, speaking of family, that also leads into my high, and that is the fact that I got a wedding invitation. Yeah, I'm going to a wedding later in September. I've said this before, and I think I've said this before in the past, but from 2013 to 2018, I went to 4 weddings, and they all got progressively worse. The last wedding in that period of time was so bad, I almost gave up on love forever. I'm being serious. I mean, in 2022, I went to 2 really great weddings, so I need 2 more good weddings. I need 2 more good weddings under my belt to make up for the 4 really bad ones I went to from 2013 to 2018. So hopefully this at least get one of them. Not to mention, those 2 weddings that were good I went to, they were in the fall. I've had some pretty solid luck with fall weddings, I think. I mean, that first one in 2013, that was among those 4 bad ones, that was the least bad. I guess I could share what the problem is. So it's just that at that time, I was 23 years old, and I was sharing a hotel room with my mom and dad. Listen, I really had no plans on doing anything in terms of meeting people at that wedding. But let's say for the sake of argument, I meet a nice girl. How am I supposed to take her back to my place if I'm sharing a hotel room with my mom and dad? It's not that it was bad, it was just mildly inconveniencing. But I assure you it gets worse as time goes on. But again, that's least bad. I don't think I really need to get into all the other times it was not good. Let's see, I guess in terms of another part of my high is, from what I haven't heard that my family hasn't made it to their destination safely, because they left at 6 o'clock last night, meaning it'd be probably 10, 11 o'clock California time. It'd be 1 a.m. here. I haven't seen if they left a message on my phone. Then again, I was probably asleep when they left the message on my phone. I can't stop the camera right now. So, yeah. And my act of kindness was, since my family left, I've been doing some house sitting for them. That's been my act of kindness. In fact, today I plan on taking out their garbage, and because garbage day is going to be tomorrow, and also checking their mail. They should be getting mail. I don't see why they wouldn't. So yeah, I'm on my own for the next week. That's crazy. I mean, yesterday sort of, like, seriously, if it wasn't for that flag football game I went to yesterday, which was awesome, I'll get to that in a second, like, it helped mitigate some of the pain of not being included in this trip. I mean, going to Disneyland would have given me so much content for me to talk about to you guys. That would have been so cool. But, again, I mean, for start, I'm 35 years old. If I'm going anywhere, I need my own hotel room, which, Lord knows how expensive that would be in and of itself. That was like the one problem I had going to Colorado last year, was like, I had to share a hotel room with my mom and dad. I mean, to their credit, they didn't think I would go, which, I mean, hold on. Oh, Jesus. Great hour, wasn't I? Oh, gosh. Now I lost my train of thought. Right, yeah, so, again, that's like another this is another item on the list of why, maybe going to, California and Disneyland, probably not the greatest idea. Not to mention, like, where they're going, not just Disneyland, but anything else they want to do, everything there is expensive. Although, as sort of a joke that I hope they try and do, because if any of you guys have ever been to any of the Disney theme parks, they've been doing a really good job of trying to incorporate a lot of international food in their theme parks. Stuff that you wouldn't normally see. Although one thing that if I went to Disneyland or Disney World, one thing I would definitely get is one of those giant smoked turkey legs. I'd get one of those. Just because, I mean, it's the one food item I know for a fact Disneyland has that pretty much, it's one of them. I know that from what I hear, Disneyland is good churros too. I'll be honest, I'm not really that much of a churros guy. You'd think I would be, but I'm not. There's nothing wrong with churros, just, if I want, like, a pastry that's, flavored with cinnamon, I'll get a cinnamon roll. I mean, you can literally go to the store and get like a tube worth of those Pillsbury ready-made cinnamon rolls, and that works just fine. Plus, and this is just a me thing, because normally when you get churros, don't you have to dip them in like chocolate or something? Which, here's the thing, I like cinnamon, and I do like chocolate. I'm a little bit on the fence about combining those flavors together. I mean, I don't hate it, but I haven't had enough of that flavor profile to, like, have an overall opinion of it, if that makes sense. So I guess I would say I do like it, it's just not a thing I would gravitate towards too right away. What else? I'm sure there's like food that's shaped like Mickey's head. I mean, the sad part is, like, I'm a huge fan of the Try Guys. I know Keith Havensberger has been to like all of the Disney theme parks, and therefore I know he's had like a whole bunch of like Disney food there. I can't think of what all is off the top of my head. Well, food off the top of my head, I can't, but experiences, yes. And I know one of the theme parks does this where you get to, it's like a Beauty and the Beast themed like thing that you do, where they actually serve you the food that's seen in the song "Be Our Guest." Which, I mean, listen, I think that song. Did that song? I don't have my computer out. I mean, I can't look it up. I'm pretty sure "Be Our Guest" won the Academy Award for Best Original Song. I think it did. I mean, Alan Menken is a songwriting genius. Just about anyone who's ever heard any of his music will tell you that. I mean, this is the guy who did the music for Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin. I believe he did Tangled as well. So, you know, that, I mean, my knowledge of songwriters isn't exactly as vast as, say, a lot of other, you know, music scholars out there, but what I do know is pretty useful, I feel, for those who don't know. Actually, Disney's had a lot of good songwriters for their, you know, for their movies. I mean, another example who was a great songwriter for Disney was, the Sherman Brothers, of course, are the OGs. I mean, they did the music for Mary Poppins, among other things. Which, fun fact, Feed the Birds is one of the few songs that's ever gotten me to cry. Feed the Birds from Mary Poppins. I mean, the original one sung by Julie Andrews in the movie, you know. Although, here's the thing. If you want to have yourself a good cry, if you really want to have yourself a good cry, I mean, again, Feed the Birds from Mary Poppins, great way to do that. But look up the version of Feed the Birds sung by Christian Chenoweth. Oh my God. Like, I heard that and I'm like, is Julie Andrews in disguise or something? Like, what is this? It was one of the greatest renditions of that song ever was by Christian Chenoweth. Yes. Glenda from Wicked. The OG Glenda from Wicked. Like, that woman. She does a mean Feed the Bird. Like, look that up, I swear. It's like one, like, if you want to have a good cry, do that. There's other songs that give me to cry. Actually, another song that has gotten me to cry in the past was Same Love by Macklemore. That's just a great, like, seriously, that song should be like the determinant, if that's even a word, for like, if you really feel like, if you cry listening to the song Same Love, that should be like, you know what, I'm going to be an ally for the LGBTQIA community. And seriously, that's a great song. I mean, I don't feel like crying right now, but trust me, that's a great song to cry to. That's all I can think of right now, songs that get me to cry. Let's see, what other Disney experiences? Well, the rides, of course. I mean, come on. It's it's Disneyland. Of course they have good rides. Although, I'm sure anyone who's ever been on the internet knows of how infamously not good the opening day at Disneyland was back in the 70s, I think that was. Like, I forget what year it opened. But, like, it was, like, an egregiously hot day when it opened. It was opening day, so of course they're not going to get everything right. The park ran out of food, which is a huge which at the time, even by today's standards, it's a huge red flag. And not to mention, the attractions that Disneyland and also Disney World are known for, they didn't exist yet. Like, I don't think the Dumbo ride was invented until, like, a little while after opening day. So, I mean, listen, Disney's been around for, like, what? shoot, if I had my computer out right now, I'd look up when Steamboat Willie was first made. Because if we're going by when Steamboat Willie, which is the very first animated short that Disney ever made, then Disney as a franchise is almost 100 years old. At least it would be when Steamboat Willie was made. I think it was 1928, I think, when Steamboat Willie was made. And so, yeah, it's almost 100 years old. That's crazy. And, I mean, listen, yes, I've made fun of Disneyland, or I made fun of all things Disney before. You'd be hard pressed to find anyone who hasn't. But at least for me, Disney is always one of those things that, like, you make fun of it because at the end of the day, you do love it. It's like, it's kind of like when a group of guys get together to bust each other's chops. I mean, they do it for fun because at the end of the day, they care. And that's what, like, that's the thing. Disney is that friend that you love and respect, but you also make fun of. And if you didn't make fun of it out of love, if you didn't make fun of it, then you wouldn't care. Like, that's what Disney is for me. And, yeah, I am a little bummed I'm not going to Disneyland. But you know what? I'm okay. I'm sure there'll be plenty of opportunities for me to go to Disneyland or Disney World or really anywhere. I mean, ideally, considering that my family went without me, I would probably go without them, but I couldn't do that. You know, if I ever have an opportunity to do anything crazy like that, you know, of course I'd offer to take my family with me. Because, you know, they're my family. Although, if they say no, I have a few choice people I would definitely ask to go with me. Because, I mean, yeah, going to places like any of the Disney theme parks, or Cedar Point, or any of the Six Flags locations, yeah, it's fun to go with family. But if you're a grown man with a bunch of other friends who are fully grown adults, and you go to a place like any of the ones I just mentioned, you know you're going to be in for a good time. I hope y'all like this video. If you like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, on social media. As always, I'm very home to this video for all of you guys watching Joe for Nemo. We have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. Remember, if you guys want to talk to anyone, we give a let me know back. Take care. Make good choices. 607 all day, baby.